Hey guys, so today I was going to be doing a coffee review and telling you guys about my trip to New York City. I'm still going to do the coffee review, but my New York City trip was pretty disappointing. I'm going to tell you about the coffee first and then I'll tell you exactly what happened. So, my two newest flavors that I've received were from Burial Grounds. One is called Bent Neck Lady, and then the other one is You'll Float Too. So, I got these last week. Finished them both this week. These are 4 ounces each. Okay, so Bent Neck Lady is cookie dough flavored, and it is based off of The Haunting of Hill House, which is my favorite show. Okay, this one legit did taste cookie dough flavored. It's very good. I've got 0 complaints about it. I think it's wonderful, and I really hope that she keeps it around. I know that she cut down on having certain flavors. She cut down a lot of them because she wants to have some during certain times of the year. So I'll be really sad if this one isn't year round, but because it's so new, I'm thinking it's probably not going to be around year round. It'll probably come out again at like Halloween time or something like that. Really good. I highly recommend it. This one is called You'll Float Too, and it is Pennywise there, and it's supposed to be marshmallow flavored. I was so excited because marshmallow is my favorite flavor. Unfortunately, it did not taste like marshmallow. Still tastes good, but I don't think it tastes like marshmallow. The thing is, I think it tastes like caramel corn. My husband and I both were saying that we think it tastes like caramel corn, which would have actually worked out better for this theme. So, I mean, personally, if I were her, I would just change it to caramel corn flavor, which would just go so perfect with the clown theme. So, yeah, I don't think it tastes like a marshmallow, but I do think it is a really good coffee. My next 2 coffees from Burial Grounds are supposed to be here probably tomorrow, and it's like a marshmallow flavored cappuccino mix with little malt balls on top, the little tiny ones, sixlets, there we go, that's what they're called. And then the other one is called Happy Birthday Harry. It is based off of Hagrid's cake that he makes for Harry the first time he meets him in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's supposed to be birthday cake flavored. I'm really excited for that. Okay, so that's all I have for my coffee reviews for today, and now I'm going to tell you about my NYC trip. So, went to NYC because I had to pick my son up from the airport. He was flying from his dad's house, and of course, seeing my son is like the only thing that really mattered. So that went great, went off without a hitch, no problems there, and that was wonderful. But unfortunately, we didn't get to do the things that we had planned, and I felt so bad because I had hyped this up with my kids for months. That we were going to be going to Beetle House, the Tim Burton themed restaurant, and that we were also going to be going to Steamy Hollows, which is a Harry Potter themed cafe. So I had hyped the family and myself up for this for like 6 months, and I just felt so horrible that we didn't get to do it. And I was really sad that my son, his first day with us we hadn't seen him in a few months. So I just hated that that maybe it was disappointing to him. But his stepmom was telling me, though, that he was tired before the trip and he was probably just going to be tired anyway, so maybe it did work out for the better. Especially if you've been traveling, maybe it's not good to go out and do touristy things the next day. It's good for your immune system to take a chance and just rest. So maybe it did work out for the better, and I could just leave it at that. But here's why we couldn't do the things that we had planned on doing. So I had felt like I had prepared pretty well for this trip. I had booked my hotel in advance, and we picked my son up from the airport at 10 p.m., and we checked into our hotel at 11. The plan was for us to drive home the next day. So we were going to, because it's a 4-hour drive from where we live. And so the plan was for us to drive up there the day of, pick him up from the airport at 10, check into the hotel by like 11 p.m. It's late night, but we would all sleep, sleep in at the hotel, relax, have some hotel breakfast, and then go out and go do like the little touristy things that we wanted to do around NYC. My kids and my husband have never been to NYC. I went several times when I was younger, especially with me being a dancer. So even though it's been a long time though, so I was really, really excited to go see. And basically, we check into the hotel, and first of all, like the guy, his English was just so bad I could not understand him. And I'm really patient with things like this. I think it's amazing when somebody learns 2, 3, 4 languages, you know, and he seemed to be from somewhere in Asia. And, you know, I'm typically really understanding with these things. But it was so hard to understand him. And then but I could understand that it was urgent what he was trying to tell me. And he was just like, you know, like, did you read the sign? Like, your car will be towed by 7 a.m. And I was like, well, yeah, I saw these signs here, but like, where else do we park? It's like, where is your guys' parking? But we don't know where to park. And he's like, oh, we don't have a parking lot. Why? Like, why would a hotel not have a parking lot? So he's just like, yeah, you can just park along the street, but you have to move your car by 7 o'clock because the town does street cleaning from 7 to 8 a.m. If your car is still there, it will be towed, and the minimum to pick up your car from the tow yard is $1,000. And apparently this is every weekday. So we were like, okay, so me and my husband, you know, we go up to the room, we go to check in, or, you know, we checked in, we go up to our room. My husband and I are trying to figure out like a way around this. Where could we move it? Like, is there somewhere we can park? First of all, this was not in a good neighborhood, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you, the name of the hotel was called Hotel 95 in Queens. Not a place to go traipsing around at night to figure out where else we could leave our car. And especially with the kids, you know, so we're thinking like, okay, we'll just have to get up early. We're not gonna be able to sleep in tomorrow, but it'll be okay, you know. So so we're like laying out, we're like getting ready for bed, whatever. First of all, this hotel was awful for so many reasons. Like, it was tiny. Like, whoever is the photographer who took their pictures for the site is a freaking genius, because they made that room look so much bigger than it was. So much bigger and so much nicer too. So I don't even know how they did that. Like, we opened the room, we were just like, what? Like, this is a long closet. This is not a hotel room, you know? And then it was just like hard floors and like cinder block walls. We paid $160 a night. We paid $160 to stay there, which, yeah, that's not that bad if it's a nice hotel, if it's a decent hotel, and it wasn't decent. I will say that the bed was nice, but like it was just like, and then the staff was just completely unhelpful. So that was like another thing. Okay, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Okay, so we get in the room, it's awful, you know, and you know, we're hungry, so like, we go down, we're like, is there any, like, typically all hotels, even like motels, have something you can eat, you know, like vending machines or something like that, or like a little area where they have sundries. They didn't have any of that. So then oh yeah, no, they did have a vending machine, which was extremely difficult to get to. Like, he was saying, go to floor C. I'm like, well, the floors are numbered. He's like, yeah, floor C. I'm like, 3 maybe, because like C is the third letter in the alphabet. He goes, no, go in the elevator and push the button that says C. Okay, so now my husband's up there watching the kids in the room. I go to get into the elevator, and there's all these men standing there. Okay, and they were looking at me like they were like they wanted to eat me. Okay, like, I think you get what I'm saying. So like, I was not about to get into an elevator with them, you know. So I come out, I was like, hey, can I just walk to the, what floor is it? And he was like, go in the elevator and push C. And I was like, well, what if I don't want to use the elevator, if I want to take the stairs? So it was like, he just didn't want to be helpful at all, you know? And so I'm like walking around this hotel, which is like a maze. It's so weird. Like, there's like different staircases labeled things like A, B, or C, whatever. So I didn't find one that said C. I found one that said B. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, so I go back to him. I was like, okay, I found a staircase that says A, a staircase that says B. He goes, yeah, B leads to C. Take the B staircase, and that'll take you to level C if you go down instead of up. What kind of nonsense is this? So I take the B staircase, I take it down to the C level. Apparently that's where they have like the breakfast and the vending machine. I go in there, and in the vending machine, all I have is candy, you know, like, so I was like, okay, so there's definitely no food. There's nowhere we can walk to for food, you know, and then it's just like, and pizza would not deliver there for some reason. So it's just like, and we were just so tired at that point that we didn't want to go out. So we're like, fine, let's just go to bed. So we set our alarm. Well, oh no, yeah, get this. Okay, so we called to do a wake up call. We called down to the office. We're like, okay, it's very important that you wake us up at 5, you know, so we can get out of here, go get breakfast, and leave. Okay, so they say that they tow everybody's car at 7 a.m., right? But hotel breakfast doesn't open up till 6, so you have that little window to get in there, get your food, and go. You know, and it looked like the area looked like it would have, like, you know, set up with like eggs and bacon and sausage. It had those like big silver like skillety things or whatever. So I thought, okay, at least tomorrow breakfast will be nice. You know, we'll just have to be fast. You know, we'll have everything ready by 6. We'll come down here, grab our food, eat really fast, and then we'll go make sure that our car's not towed. So 5 o'clock comes around. They did not call us. Okay, we wake up at 6 o'clock, and that was when they did the wake up call. And we were like, we set it for 5, and he's like, yeah, I forgot. Like, no sorry or anything, just, yeah, I forgot. Like, nobody wrote this down somewhere. There's not an alarm or something. Like, it was just so irritating. So yeah, so we woke up at 6. We're already like behind time, but it's just like, okay, let's just hurry up, go downstairs, let's just get everything and everything. So we're like, we're just gonna grab our food and go. So we get down there to the food, to the like little breakfast area or whatever, and all they have there are these donuts. It's just like, oh, man, donut is not breakfast. Okay, fine, you know what, it's just one day, everybody grab a donut, let's go. So we grab a donut, we grab our stuff, we check out, we go, thank God our car was not towed. We get in the car and everything, and now we start biting into our donut. First of all, my husband had a hard time getting out of there because like the cleaning crew was like starting to come and get like all set up and everything. And by the way, you would think for a street that is apparently goes through cleaning every week would be a clean street. No, not at all. It was just disgusting. It was like, you tow people away and charge them $1,000 to pick up their car every morning for what are they even doing, you know? And of course traffic was awful. It was just awful. And we're eating our donuts, and it doesn't even taste like a sweet bread. It's like a regular bread, like French bread or something like that. And it like a freaking baguette. That's what it tasted like. And then they put like frosting on top. Okay. Worse, whenever I got in, I didn't realize it was a filled donut. And it was filled with this like, I'm gonna make myself sick even thinking about it. This vanilla pudding, and it was so disgusting. It was so disgusting that I literally had to lean out the window and spit the pudding out. Like, that's how disgusting it was, okay? It was nasty. Even my kids, like, they'll eat anything that are sweet. I don't care. No, even they couldn't eat it, okay? So it was just so bad. Oh my God, it just makes me so mad, you know? So then it's like, you know, we get there and it's like, Steamy Hollows doesn't open up until 11. Okay, so it's like, all right, 7 o'clock now. Not even 7 o'clock. It's like, how are we going to waste time for the next few hours? At this point, I'm just so upset. My husband's like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's go find somewhere to get breakfast. Let's just go home, and we'll have a much better time. And we'll just make sure that, you know, we'll have to find a hotel that doesn't kick you out that early. So what we're going to be doing is, at the end of the summer, we're going to be doing an overnight trip to NYC. We're going to be going to Steamy Hollows. We're going to be going to Beetle House. We're going to be going to Jekyll and Hyde. And we're going to be going to a medieval art museum called the Cloister Center. It's part of Met, but it looks like a castle. It reminds me of Hogwarts. I'm going to do a little bit of a photo shoot there for my products and stuff like that, so they have a really cool backdrop. Anyway, yeah, so that was how my NYC trip went, but no worries. This weekend we're going to be going to a fairy festival, which I'm really excited for. If you go to my Instagram, which I'm going to link down below, then you'll see the different looks that we did. And my husband's being a raven. Like my husband and the boys are being like shapeshifters. My husband's being a raven. My boys are being, one's being a raccoon, one's being a fox. And my daughter and I are being fairies. She's being a floral fairy, and I'm being a celestial fairy. So if you go check out my Instagram, then you'll see all of our looks and our makeup, the way that we do it and everything like that. Well, I better get going because I'm running out of space on my camera. But if you like my video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.